Hey guys, welcome into Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny. I'm here with your weekly Motivational Monday energy update. This is where we tap in to kind of see what it is that Spirit wants us to know moving forward this week and what are the things that we need to pay attention to, what we need to work on, look at, and be prepared for in this upcoming week ahead. Um, I just got back from a vacation. I took a vacation down south because I'm from the north. I took a vacation to New Orleans, and it was my first time. So I really did a lot while I was there. I tried to experience as much as I possibly could within the short time I was there. And I had a great time. I thought the city was beautiful. I went to the Garden District and I did a really awesome tour that was super informative. It was like a historical tour, but it was based around the witches that lived in that district and their backstories and the drama that unfolded within the community and some really interesting stuff, and saw some houses. I even saw the American Horror Story Coven House. I took a picture in front of it. Um, Went to a cemetery there, learned about their process of burial, and that was interesting. I did see something that really stuck out to me though. So outside of like everything that I saw and did there, when I went to the Garden District, when I first arrived, and parked and got out to start my tour, there were four black crows that just started like they landed in the middle of the road and started kind of like meandering around and walking towards me, and I just thought it was beautiful. It was the first time that I've seen like any kind of blackbird while I was in New Orleans, and I thought it was interesting because where they were hanging out was right next to the cemetery, the Lafayette number 1. So later on my trip, when I went back to the hotel, I looked out my balcony window and I saw the like four crows again perched on the ledge of the hotel building. And then later, before I left the city, I went to take a walk through quickly at the Congo Square because I really wanted to see that, and they were there again. And I was like, are they following me? This is really interesting. Like, I know crows can develop bonds and attachments to humans. And I know there's like this whole magical element of New Orleans. So for me, that stood out as significant. So that's another thing for you as a confirmation for this reading and what I'm going to dive into. Have you been have you been seeing black crows? Have they been coming around? Have you been seeing them a lot more frequently than in the past? Then this might be a confirmation that this reading is for you. Now, when I came home, I had an influx, like a heavy, heavy influx of energies, visions, experiences, and like foresight from everything that I took in New Orleans, which I'm still learning and understanding my own skills, my own gifts, and why everything flooded in after I returned home. I was well protected. I took much of my protection with me to New Orleans to stay spiritually safe, and I cleansed while I was there, and I made sure to pray and meditate a lot in between places. But when I came home is when all the information came flooding in. So I do have a lot of information and visions that I'd like to share, but it's a lot to unpack. So I'm not going to do it today because I don't know like what parts to share yet and how to convey it, how to vocalize it to this community. But I will over time put some of the information into my readings. But I did find that interesting too. It's almost as if I feel like spirit was trying to protect me from the visions and the energies while I was there so that I could enjoy myself because I was there on vacation, not for work. So I'm thinking that they were definitely kind of keeping me in a place where I wasn't going to experience the influx of these energies too much. But I will tell you, there were certain areas in the city that you'd be surprised weren't what you would think. There are certain spots in the city where I felt doom and gloom and immediately felt sick to my stomach. And I felt like, a weight, a heavy weight. And then there was places in the city that you would think that's where I might experience that. It was the complete opposite. I felt peace. I felt joy. I felt um, buzzing, almost like a tingling sensation through my body, where I just felt alive and full of energy. So I don't know. It's interesting to me, the places that I felt alive and the places that I felt doom and gloom. Um, but I did get some confirmations as well, even on my tour, before learning certain stories from the tour guide. I would in my head think this is what happened, and then she would tell the story and say this is what happened, and to me that was a validation that I'm getting a little bit more keen on picking up on certain energies around places and objects. So that was really cool too. So you might also be noticing that as well in your life. Are you noticing an increase in your skill sets and in your abilities and in your intuition, or whatever it is that you do day to day that you have a skill in? Because I feel like right now, and I know I've talked about this in past readings leading into the fall, and mostly October was a significant month towards the end of October, where you would be stepping fully into your personal power and into your destiny while here at this time. And so I do feel like you're starting to notice an increase in these skill sets, and everyone's going to have different skills that they bring to the table. Not everyone is going to be intuitive. Not everyone is going to be, powerful in ruins or in tarot reading or in communing with, passed on loved ones. We all have different skills, but the ones that we are destined to utilize and destined to use to help others, you may be noticing right now that they're definitely increasing. And I was getting from spirit over the weekend that this is where your energy needs to go to right now. This is the focus. This is what we need to really, really pay attention to and to work on, and actually take the time and put it aside for skill building, basically. So like if you have these skills and you're just kind of going with the flow and letting them come out naturally, which is great, you don't want to force anything. Um, just like working out or researching a topic where you would put time aside, like I'm going to put an hour aside a day to hit the gym. I'm going to put an hour aside a day to research how to make this dinner. So that way, when I make this dinner, it's stellar. That's what the spirit wants you to do right now with the skill of yours that you are growing in. They want you to take the time every day and put some time aside to really focus and hone in on that skill set, because this is where your power is. This is where you're going to be able to use something, a God-given gift, to help others around you. So that is that. Let's do some cards and see what Spirit has to say for us today. One of these mornings, you're going to rise up singing. That was a huge message I also got this weekend. So for some of you in my collective, you may know that I have been on a journey of sobriety for 3 years. To many people in my personal life, I was even questioned, did you ever have a problem? Because it didn't seem like you actually had a problem. The problem was I didn't have control over a certain area of my life. And that particular area was with alcohol and with spirits. I did not like feeling like I needed to have a drink in order to feel better about myself or feel more comfortable in situations. I didn't like that it was controlling me and I wasn't controlling it. So I did the next thing and I cut it out completely. So this is a little backstory. I'm not trying to make this reading about me, but it's a backstory into the message for you. When I was in New Orleans this weekend, for the first time in 3 years since I stopped drinking, I was out amongst people who were, and people that were enjoying and indulging. I was in that arena and I was not guarded. Typically, since my sobriety started, whenever I go anywhere, it seems like I'm very protected. I protect myself. I'm very stoic. I don't interconnect a lot. I'm very much like rigid almost. And I'm starting to realize this. And I didn't allow myself the ability to like let my hair down and like let my true self shine through. I do hear a lot. I don't know, it's just easier here than it is in person. I always would have this fear creep in that I'm not going to be accepted for who I am. But this weekend, I observed myself fully enjoying the experience, completely letting my hair down, having fun. And I thought to myself, I'm having fun like I did when I was under the influence, where I like didn't care what people thought, and my inner self would come out, and I would not be afraid of what others were going to say to me or expect of me. And I just enjoyed myself, and it was liberating. And it gave me this aha moment where I don't want to be introverted. I don't want to be stuck within myself. So you may resonate with this if this sounds like you. And there's like this fear that kind of holds you in place, a fear of maybe needing to be perfect or needing to be, on your A game and showing up in a certain way. And it's spirit kind of giving this nudge and this vote of confidence to just be you, to step out into the world. Everyone else is really actually more concerned about with how other people are experiencing and perceiving them. But what is it that you're afraid of? Just be yourself, because you're not going to get that one moment back. Your job is to enjoy that moment, that experience completely, without worry of what anyone around you is going to perceive you as. Just be you and allow yourself the freedom to be alive and to experience life the way that you need to experience life without any worry about outside external factors. Because at the end of the day, when you step into your full energy and embody your true spirit, and you're walking that path, and you are, what is the word? It's like when you are completely embracing your true essence, that is when you're truly living, is the message I'm getting. And you will feel it in your soul. You'll feel peace, you'll feel enjoyment, you'll feel happiness, you'll feel alive. So someone out there needs to know that one of these mornings, you're going to make the decision to be happy and to embrace yourself again, to stop hiding behind a mask, to be something that you think everyone wants to see, and to just be true to you. Enjoy your life while you're here. Embrace it. What you want versus what you need to do. There's a lot of wants. We have a lot of wants. We have a lot of desires. And I know that plays into manifesting and the power of manifestation. But I feel like what a lot of people forget is, while we do have this beautiful power of manifestation and to creating the reality around us that we wish to live in, we also have to do some groundwork to obtain that experience as well. You have to follow your intuition and follow a certain path to get to this ultimate result of what you want. So you can change the course of your destiny and the outcomes by simply making a different choice in a direction. And they don't have to be major choices. They don't have to be huge, giant leaps to a different path. They could be very, very small choices that you decide to make that will alter your path and bring forth the fruit of what you're trying to manifest. We have here 38 to 46-year-old male masculine energy, followed by the dark night of the soul. So if you're listening to this, you may resonate with that. You may be this masculine energy, or this might be someone that is connected to you if you're listening. But we have a masculine here who is currently going through and experiencing the dark night of the soul. But what's great about that is that through the dark night of the soul, they're going to wake up. They're going to rise up singing. They're going to have some huge revelations in regards to their experience of life right now. And if this is someone that you're connected to, that maybe you're feeling unaligned with, but you wish for alignment, this may be the dark night of the soul, the experience and the revelations that are going to create an alignment shift to where you and this person are seeing more eye to eye and are walking the same path with one another. And if this is you listening and you're struggling through this dark night of the soul, take the information as it comes and work through it, embrace it, see it for what it is, and understand it, and then let it go. Let it back out to the universe. Don't sit with the experience and dwell on it. Just understand it. You're seeing things for what they are for the first time, maybe not the first time, but you're seeing new information. Again, you're understanding new information the way you didn't see it before. We have, did you actually just say that? I did just say that, and I'm going to say it again. Did you actually just say that? There's a confrontation of some sort where someone is questioning someone else's words. They're almost in shock. I feel like this goes back to this masculine energy who's experiencing the dark night of the soul. I feel like this masculine is going to, or just recently has said something to a group of people in their lives that they typically never would have said before. It's like a new viewpoint, a new perspective, where people were just taken aback a little bit because they're just like, wow, that's different. That person's never spoken like that before. What's the sudden change of heart is what I'm getting. What happens in the dark? I think this is the masculine again. So I feel like this reading is leaning towards a masculine energy right now. And then we have, after that, we have conspire. We have let go, let God decide, wait until you're healed. And then we have 10 toes down. And at the bottom of the deck that I'm holding, TikTok. So, what happens in the dark? Conspire. Conspire. Let go, let God decide. Wait until you're healed. 10 toes down. Through this dark night of the soul, what may have been the catalyst for this dark night of the soul is you seeing something within a group of people for what it truly is. You're seeing something where they're conspiring. Also, you may be looking into conspiracy theories for some of you and starting to see the world from a different perspective. When it comes to this group of people that you're dealing with, if that's for you, where you're starting to see the underbelly, the dark underbelly of this group and what they are truly about and what their goal is and what they're aiming for, that you're obviously not on board with, that you are feeling some kind of way about, you're not with it. You're not seeing this eye to eye with them, but you're seeing them for who they truly are. God is saying, or Spirit is saying, let go and let God decide. You're being led to let go of this situation completely. Don't give it any more of your energy. Wait until you're healed. If you feel that you need to speak up or to say something or to approach this group or handle this group. I'm getting handle. Like maybe there's something going on legally. Maybe you want to take this to the police or the courts, or maybe you want to speak out publicly. But Spirit is saying, wait until you're healed. Wait until you've done your work. Wait until you're out of this dark night of the soul, until you see everything clearly. Because you're only getting, I'm hearing from Spirit, you're only getting bits and pieces right now. You're seeing people's true colors and you're seeing the intent, but you don't have all the information yet. And through healing, you're going to see more clarity. And at that point, they're saying 10 toes down. And for some of you, I'm feeling like that might be going straight to TikTok and doing like a public post in regards to it. I think some of you are thinking about doing that, but I'm being told to tell you to wait. Now's not the time. So the next two cards we have out, funny little backstory, but we have 14 energies, the 144,000, and then we have step into the light. I find this very ironic that this card came out because when I stayed in the hotel in New Orleans this weekend, I was on floor number 14. So 14 really stuck out to me this weekend. And I was in what room? It was like 11422 or something, which are repeating numbers that I've been seeing a lot lately. So for me, I was like, confirmation. What a perfect room to be in. Like, seriously, right now, Spirit, awesome. But anyways, we have 14 energies, 144,000. I feel like we're working, I'm being pulled, even though when I wrote this card, I had a completely different meaning. Right now, what I'm getting from Spirit is that you're working through a lot of your chakra systems. And there are more than just the 7 that we really focus on in these readings. More than just, the root up to the crown. I feel like right now, there's parts of your soul that for split second, for momentary seconds, and maybe a little bit longer as you're starting to recognize it, you're jumping up in frequency and you're hitting higher levels of your chakra. Like those chakra systems that are further out from your body are lighting up, which is funny. Step into the light. It's like a call for you to recognize when you're feeling your chakra systems that are exuding outside of your body, lighting up and feeling like tingly and are being activated, to hone in on that and remember that feeling of what that feels like and try to maintain and focus on that energy field and stay there. Because I'm getting like there's something about you and your aura right now. You've been doing a lot of spiritual cleansing and a lot of deep healing work. So there's something about the fact that your aura is starting to strengthen, which is great. It's starting to reach further outside of yourself. Like your outside aura is strong right now. And saying step into the light. There's something about you just moving through society. No matter where you are right now, the energy that is coming off of your spirit, off your body, is being felt by everyone that is around you. There is no doubt in their mind. There's something unique about you and your spirit. They may not know who you are, but they can't help but stare at you. They're drawn to you. They feel this sudden increase of positivity, and some kind of intense energy surge goes through people when they are in your presence, which is a huge blessing to be around you. And it's almost a very, very big responsibility for you to remember what a power vessel you are. You're like a little walking light bulb walking through crowds, walking through stores, walking through streets, walking through workrooms, that everyone around you is being influenced by your energy right now. So remember that and take heed and be very careful about keeping yourself spiritually cleansed right now. Doing a lot of meditation and breath work, perhaps in the morning when you wake up, and saying your prayers and giving your gratitude. Starting the day out thanking the universe, thanking God, thanking your spirit team, thanking all of them for everything that you have been gifted and given in this life is going to open your heart chakra, and all your other chakras are going to light up. And then you can leave your home and be that light, that beacon of light in the midst of a room where other people are going to feel that energy. But because so many people are tapping in and feeling your energy, I'm getting that there's a need also to add protection and to keep yourself energetically protected, because you don't want them to drain your energy. You don't want them to, some people, they don't even know that they're doing it, but they are in such a low place and they're low vibing and they need that energy surge, that you may find that people are being drawn to you and they just keep coming back and you don't know why. They just want to keep being in your presence. There's something about your energy right now that is so intense and powerful. You're working through some of your outer chakra systems at this time. And that is what Spirit is telling me. So I'm going to do one more card and then we're going to wrap up for the week. This is going back, I believe, to the masculine energy who's going through the dark night of the soul, dealing with, some maybe perhaps shady people in their energy right now. Wait this out to right this wrong. So again, another confirmation for you, masculine, divine masculine, I should say. 10 toes down though. After you wait this out, wait until you are healed. You've done your dark night of the soul. 10 toes down, baby. Wait this out to right this wrong. Don't be irrational. Don't jump, head first into the situation before you've really taken the time to work on yourself, your own situation, your own healing, and understand and have more clarity in regards to this situation first. I'm going to pull some letters for confirmation, and then we're going to close this one out. We have T, L, and S. Yep, S, T, and L. And then let me just do a couple more. X. We have another T. T is very prominent here. And then we have M, Y, B. Let's do two more. Hang on. E, and V. So we have two T's, S, L, X, E, M, Y, B, and V. All right. And that is your weekly reading. I hope it helped. It reached the right ears. I hope that someone out there heard what they needed to hear today. And if this message did help, please like and comment. And if you're not a subscriber, please go and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a beautiful Monday. Bye, guys.